How's it going, everyone? This is Brandon with Esports GG. I'm here with Fancy, coming off of a win of the Madden Championship Series Kickoff Tournament, your first title in Madden. Congratulations, and thanks for taking the time to talk with me.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me here. Really excited to finally, win a championship in Madden. So I'm really happy about it.
Awesome. Well, let's start with you and your journey. Your love of football, love of gaming, love of competing. Did all of that sort of happen at once, or how did those come about for you?
I started playing, competitive Madden just for fun. Because I kind of noticed like I was getting a lot better than all the people I would be playing. And I would watch these tournaments online, and I really wasn't like super into it, but like I would tune in sometimes. That looked really cool. And I decided like, why not try to start competing? And then that's kind of how I started playing.
Okay, and your journey to your first Madden Championship. What did you learn most from kind of all those times you came up short in the past?
There's so many things you can take away. I've had a lot of ups and downs in my career. It took me like 6 years, 6 seasons to finally win a belt. Um, like every time you lose in a tournament, there's different things you can take away. Um, like for example, just like game management, clock management. Small little mistakes that you make in the game. And I just feel like the more you lose, the more you learn. I feel like that really like resonated with me. Um, so there's different little things you can take away to kind of improve the next time.
Okay, and on the flip side, then, coming out of this championship win, what did you learn in the victory? What did the kickoff event teach you about kind of being on top of the game now?
I mean, it's a new feeling. It's a new feeling. Because I've never won a belt before. But it just, I guess it just taught me that like like you can really, as long as you just put in the work, like you can really do anything. Like I never thought I would be in this position where I'm winning a belt. So you know it's just a lot of hard work. And like it's taught me like, yeah, obviously if you put the time in, you can achieve like whatever you want.
All right, well, tell me about this year in Madden then. It's Ultimate Team, so a lot of players may end up using similar rosters just because they're the best players to have on the field. So how does, Ultimate Team change how you play the game compared to using the real life rosters that you'd see?
Yeah, so the difference between Ultimate Team and we call it regs, just using the regular teams. Um, the biggest difference in Ultimate Team would be probably the speed discrepancy. Because in Ultimate Team, everyone has the same cards for the most part. Everyone's going to use the fastest receivers, the fastest defensive backs. So everyone's kind of like the wide receivers and the DBs are around the same speed. So the speed discrepancy is not like it is in regs. Like for example, like Tyreek Hill in regs is like 99 speed, and he would be super super hard to guard defensively in regs. But in Ultimate Team, that's not a problem. Um, as well as all the usually defense is a lot easier in Ultimate Team because like all the players have really good man, really good zone, good like pass rushing stats and all that. Um, I'd say defense is like the biggest difference in Ultimate Team compared to regs.
All right, well, let's move on to that final game then, the championship that you won. We saw some forced turnovers, some huge gains downfield, incredible touchdowns, like you had that Derrick Henry run where he just bounced off and kind of walked in. But throughout that, it really looked like Abram just wouldn't give up. He kept clawing his way back into it, keeping it close. Were there any kind of mid-game adjustments that he maybe forced you to make to stay ahead of him?
Yeah, I mean he did a really really good job on offense, mixing it up because I feel like I played amazing defense the whole tournament. But Abram really like he really adjusted mid game because I know I got to stop early in the game. Um, but he started attacking the seams a lot, which I wasn't really ready for because the defense that I run, my safeties my safeties are in the box. So they're really really close to the line of scrimmage. So really wasn't expecting anyone to try to hit hit me down the seams. But Abram did a really good job adjusting, like in the game, adjusting his plays offensively. But he just wasn't ever able to get a stop on me. So I was really in a position where I was comfortable the whole game. I was ahead because I got that one stop early with the fumble. So I was always in control of the game, which kind of made it easy for me on offense. So he was just kind of playing catch up the whole game. I just kind of got the stops when it mattered.
All right, and then late in the third quarter, up 34-21, you pull off that sack to turn the ball over on downs. He's trying to convert the fourth, but there was still an entire quarter left at that point. But when that happened and you shut him down, did you feel like you'd won the game then?
I felt like, once I got that stop, up 13 with the ball in his territory, I felt like, I basically had probably over like a 90% chance to win the game. And so like when I got that sack, I just I obviously I yelled out in excitement. But yeah, I just had a feeling like that was it right there. I can even if I kick 3, I'm gonna go up 16. I'm gonna put them in a really tough spot. My mindset there was just kind of to clock the game out, run, kick a field goal, and just be in a really good spot.
Well, then you had the interception for the 2-point conversion. You took it back and prevented him from pushing back. Did that further cement it in your mind? If you weren't sure before, were you sure then?
See, I have this weird thing where it's I never. I'm always super locked in until I'm kneeling the ball out. So when I got that pick 2, obviously I pretty much won the game on that alone. But I was still locked into the game. I guess the game before versus Astro, I was up 28 in the second half, and I was still I was upset I gave up a touchdown, up 38-3. And I was just worrying about how to chew the game out. So I have this weird thing where I'm so focused when the game's over basically. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's esports of any kind. Any game, whether it's a sports simulator or a competitive shooter, you're locked in till the end. But then you finally, the clock ran out. You got to raise the belt. Your first championship in Madden. Yeah, as a wrestling fan, I love seeing the championship belt instead of the trophy. Just tell me, how does it feel to have a belt as the symbol of victory rather than a trophy to hoist?
Yeah, it's pretty unique. Obviously, like you said, wrestling. It's very unique. It's not a trophy, so it's something you can put in a frame. You can just keep it. I mean, you can wear it if you wanted to. But yeah, I think it's really unique and really cool that the MCS does that with the belts.
Awesome. And I gotta ask, where's yours right now?
So I believe they're still shipping it to me. I don't have it yet.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm waiting on that.
Awesome. Well, where are you gonna put it? What are you gonna do with it when you get it?
I might have to frame it or something. I need to maybe I could buy a little stand, just put it on display.
Awesome. Well, you're coming out of that first win. It's the kickoff. There's still plenty of Madden Championship Series left for the year. So having that pinnacle of success early on, how are you going to stay locked in and remain on top for the rest of the season?
Honestly, just keep doing what I'm doing. I feel like I won this belt because of my preparation. I put so many hours in on this game, leading up to this tournament. And I feel like, I watched an interview of this Call of Duty player named Shotzi. His team won COD champs, and he was saying, you don't win in the tournaments, you win in your practice. And I feel like that resonated with me a lot, because I feel like I won with my practice. Being so prepared coming into this tournament, I feel like I had already won the belt. When I had showed up, I felt like I had already won the belt because I was so prepared for every single thing that came my way.
Awesome. Well, shout out to Shotzi. We love ourselves some Call of Duty over here.
Same here.
But yeah, next, just let everybody know where they can find you, socials, where you stream, what events you're going to be playing in next.
So I do a lot of streaming on Twitch. My Twitch is Fancy214. Same thing for my Twitter. It's Fancy214 with an underscore at the end. And I'm also on Instagram. It's Jacob WOR20. So those are my Socials. I'm gonna be competing all year. So I'm probably gonna start streaming the ladders, the qualifiers, and the eliminations for the rest of the year, and just start growing my brand a little bit. I feel like it's a really good opportunity for me. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, you heard him, everybody. Check him out on Twitch when he starts streaming. Again, I'm Brandon with Esports GG here with Fancy. Congratulations again on the win. And everybody stay tuned to the website as we'll have an article out that showcases some tips Fancy has for you on how you can improve in Madden. Thanks a lot.